In Enugu, people say money has the power to reveal a man's true friends. But for rich men, money does something even deeper. It exposes the hearts of their own children. And on one quiet Sunday morning, a wealthy man named Ebuka lay on his king-size bed and realized a painful truth. If I truly want to know who loves me, then I must pretend to be dying. This is where the story begins.
The sun had barely risen over Independence Layout in Enugu when Ebuka, a man known for his influence and intimidating wealth, sat alone in his massive bedroom. The room didn't look like the kind you'd imagine someone sick in. It was neat, luxurious, and smelled faintly of expensive cologne. But today, he chose to look weak. Not because he was sick, but because he was tired. Tired of wondering if the people around him cared, or if they simply loved the money he provided. He rubbed his hand slowly over his face, letting out a deep sigh. "I raised them," he muttered weakly. "But do they love me or my wealth?" His voice cracked, not from illness, but emotion. For months, something had been bothering him. His children only visited when they needed money. His calls were unanswered unless he mentioned a transfer. His birthdays came and passed like ordinary days. But last week, when he sent all of them a message saying he had something important to discuss, only one replied, Ifeoma, his quiet, soft-spoken daughter. The others? Silence. Even his oldest son, Emeka, who practically lived on money, didn't bother replying. That morning, while sipping a cup of warm tea, Ebuka came to a conclusion. The only way to know the truth is to act like everything is collapsing. And so, the test began.
He picked up his phone with shaky hands, deliberately shaky, and dialed the family group chat. He typed, "I'm not feeling well. I need my children around me, urgently." He pressed send, then gently lowered himself on the bed, arranging the sheets around his body to appear frail. The first reply came almost instantly, not from his children, from Mama Nena, the longtime housekeeper. "Sir, I'm on my way." He smiled faintly. She cared. But his children? They received the message the same second. He knew. They always had their phones. 5 minutes passed. 10 minutes. 15. Nothing. Until finally, one message popped up. It was Ifeoma. "Daddy, I'm coming now. Don't move too much. I'm on the way." His chest warmed. Then the notification started. Not from worry, from greed. "Amaka, what kind of sickness? How bad is it?" "Emeka, Daddy, are you sure? What's going on? Have you written your will?" "Amada, hope it's not too serious. Should we come immediately?" Their tone was wrong. Their concern was fake, and Ebuka knew it. He closed his eyes and whispered, "Let the real show begin." When the message came in, Emeka wasn't even surprised. He stared at his phone, then slowly leaned back. So it has finally started," he murmured, already imagining bank accounts. He wasn't thinking about his father's health. He was thinking about assets, documents, properties in Lekki, shares in companies, land in Enugu. He stood up, put on a clean shirt, stared at himself in the mirror and said, "If he dies today, I must not be cheated." Then he grabbed his car keys. Amada, known for her confidence in public and coldness in private, sat up in shock. Not from fear, from opportunity. She turned to her husband. "See, this man might not survive. I need to go and confirm the will. Her husband blinked. Shouldn't you be more worried about his health? She hissed. Health? My friend, leave matter. Is it today someone will die? She rushed to dress up. Among the siblings, Amaka had perfected the art of fake sympathy. She placed her hand dramatically on her chest. Ah, Daddy, God forbid. But even as tears gathered in her eyes, she was counting money in her handbag. Within minutes, she had already called Emeka, whispering, "We have to act fast before Ifeoma manipulates Daddy emotionally." Ifeoma was different. Her phone buzzed once. She read the message. Her heart dropped. She didn't think about the will. She didn't think about inheritance. She didn't even change clothes. She just grabbed her slippers and rushed out. And while driving, she prayed, "Lord, even if this is the end, let me reach Daddy in time."
The first person to arrive wasn't a child. It was Mama Nena. She burst into the room, dropped her bag, and rushed to Ebuka. "Sir, how do you feel?" He coughed lightly, playing his role. "Weak, very weak." She touched his forehead. She knew him too well. This one you are acting." He looked away. "Just get me water, Nena." She obeyed. A few minutes later, the mansion gate opened and a sleek black car drove in with speed. It was Emeka. He walked in stiffly, adjusting his shirt as if coming for a business meeting, not his father's bedside. Then came Amada. Then Amaka. Finally, Ifeoma rushed in, breathless, eyes red from worry. "Daddy!" she cried. She ran straight to him. He tried to look as weak as possible. "My daughter, you came quickly." "Of course I did. Daddy, you scared me." She held his hand tightly. The others? They stood by the door, watching. Not one of them stepped forward. They were waiting, evaluating, thinking. Is he dying? Has he written the will? Who will get the house? Their silence felt like knives. As soon as Ebuka closed his eyes, pretending to sleep, the siblings pulled Ifeoma aside. Amada whispered harshly, "Why did you rush here like that? Are you trying to form favorite child?" Ifeoma stared at her. "Are you hearing yourself? Daddy is sick." Amaka stepped forward. "Let's not pretend. We all know what's at stake." Ifeoma frowned. "What exactly is at stake?" Emeka folded his arms. "The inheritance." Silence filled the room. Ifeoma felt her blood run cold. She looked at each of them with disbelief. "You people are not serious." The argument grew, hushed, whispered, but sharp. They didn't know Ebuka was listening. His eyes remained closed, chest rising and falling slowly, but inside, his heart was breaking. He thought, so none of them care, except Ifeoma. He swallowed hard. This test was already revealing more than he expected. Suddenly, Emeka raised his voice. "We must know where the will is before anything happens." Amada nodded sharply. "We can't allow last-minute changes." Amaka hissed. "Yes, before someone manipulates him while he's weak." Ifeoma gasped. "You people are evil." As the siblings bickered, money, inheritance, and selfishness swirling in their minds, Ebuka slowly opened his eyes. Not fully, just enough to watch them, enough to see the truth, and enough to whisper to himself, "Part 1 of the test has begun." As Ebuka lay in the dim hospital room, pretending to sleep, he heard something that froze his heart. A voice he never expected, whispering a plan that could destroy him. But what exactly did they plan to do? Find out in part 2.
Your support means everything. Hit like, drop a comment, share, and subscribe to Limitless Tales with Peace for more amazing story.